I wouldn't.
Some days they make me dress up.
Alright, firing it up.
We recently started to do Friday. Not Saturday.
You did?
Volume down. Hello everyone, Eric Watson here, freelancer writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, and tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our weekly live stream Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition online role-playing adventures. I am joined as always by my good friends Chris, playing the noir detective human inquisitive rogue wizard, Mr. Mannix.
Hello.
Heather, playing the wickedly silent but deadly half-drow assassin rogue Kaless.
Hello.
Rochelle, playing the popular and charismatic Triton bard of whispers Gillian.
Hello.
Raymond, playing the heedlessly brave turtle battlemaster fighter rogue George.
That he is.
And Reese, playing the undead-hating, animal-loving hill dwarf druid of the moon Theron.
You're muted.
We all paused for a second.
Hello!
We stream our sessions live on YouTube, usually on Friday evenings. We're having a special makeup session this week and probably next week for Thursday. Catch up on previous episodes on my YouTube page, as well as read weekly session recaps at roguewatson.com. Watch my behind-the-scenes, no players allowed live series Crafting Annihilation on Thursday mornings. If you'd like to support the channel, check out patreon.com/roguewatson. Shout out to platinum patrons Andrew, Brian, Richard, Joe, Will, Tiny Dancer, Charles, and Crazy Pat. And gold patrons RPG Papercrafts, Charming Grenade, Pretty Boy and Yuma, Marcos David Vicente, Gilberto, Sean, aka Cert2B, Adam, Dead Lizard Lounge, Auxie, and Sam. Thank you all very much for your support. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net. For video chat, we use Discord. And for streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. Got used to doing this on Thursday for a second. Alright. Previously on Tomb of Annihilation, negotiating with the final pirate captain had reached a standstill when he asked for their surrender. Kaless got the party started by stabbing one of the pirates in the face. The entire tavern erupted in a chaotic battle of crossbow bolts, thrown daggers, spilled beer, my sentence turned to chaos, and apes on tables, followed quickly by a summoned Allosaurus. While Ascalar's sea priest went down to an assassin blade, the real threat was his menacing half-orc first mate. The former gladiator was a wrecking ball of force, nearly taking down Gillian and Theron, and forcing the party on their heels as they had to heal and split their attacks. Mannix would lead the captain on a merry chase into the tavern keeper's back room, culminating in him diving through a window, only to fall to Lascalar's daggers. Theron and George would soon fall as well to a flurry of blades and bolts, and the tavern keeper's pet dinosaur named Knuckles. But Theron's Allosaurus proved effective. Gillian healed George, Mannix felt a surge of health, minus a mangled arm, and gradually the party won back ground against the room full of pirates. Seeing his first mate finally fall, Captain Lascalar used his magical cape to escape, but the party cut down the remaining pirates before they could do the same. They now lie in a corpse-filled tavern, broken, bloody, but triumphant.
Are we triumphant though?
You're alive, and they are not, so
Hi.
probably count that as a win. You gotta take your wins.
Yeah.
Good evening, Matt and Brandon.
Triumph is determined by who writes the history book.
That's right. When we write this battle down, it will not be anything like it really happened.
Do any of you right?
Not Mannix. He can't anymore.
my writing hand.
My writing hand. So yeah, we pick up immediately on the aftermath of that battle.
Oh boy. Should we loot bodies?
Yeah.
I mean, seems like a good
Come
place
back
to
from the
start.
brink of death. We're alive. Hey.
Hey, look at all these bodies. I bet they got coins.
Just organic treasure chests, really.
But also, I'm also a little concerned about the fact that this is presumably the tavern, like of a fort of some kind, and that there are more pirates.
Fort Tavern.
Yeah. I mean, not
The
to metagame.
drunkest crew around.
Yeah, not to metagame too much, but I see that we're in like a quarter of this map, so there's more map here.
So when you first pulled up, you could see that there was there were two main buildings in this area. You saw the little prison cove where Roka was being kept. It was kind of built into the cave, and then you had a large, what looked like kind of a warehouse style building to the back of the cove, and it was all walled off, and there was a long elevated kind of a bridge thing built on the water that was also walled off like 30 feet in the air, that crossed over to the upper part, kind of leading to a rampart of this tavern. So it all kind of connects in a way to the upper part of this tavern that you saw. But yes, this is the first building that you've gone in, essentially. But you can also tell that there seem to be about a ship's full worth of pirates in this tavern at the moment.
Right. Well, do we think it's safe to short rest in this tavern? I mean, we kind of have to. I don't know. I don't want to fight anybody else in our current condition.
By the way, just a cursory kind of picking through various pockets here as you kind of go around. And I'm going to pretty much assume, I'm not going to pull a fast one on you, but I'm going to assume you're going to doing like a coup de grace on the corpses. You all seem pretty well versed in what dead things do in this universe at the moment.
Oh, right, like the whole zombie thing.
Yeah. So I'm just going to kind of assume going forward that you
I
are...
thought you meant like we knocked all these guys out and now we're going around murdering them.
I mean, you want to play it that way, but you find amongst all the various pockets and things and like a little box behind the tavern. This does not include any of the back rooms, but just on the pirates themselves in this, one area, you find 300 copper, 60 silver, and 5 gold.
These are some poor pirates. 5 gold amongst all of them. Did one guy have 5 gold, or was the gold separated?
Most of the money was in the tavern. Like there's like a little box behind the tavern. But there was that back room, Mannix, that you went in.
Yes. Look, a bedroom of some sort. There was stuff in there.
Kind of a bedroom / office thing.
Do we want to try to short rest before we go exploring?
We
Yes.
gotta try something. Do the tiny fortress inside the building.
How long does a tiny fortress take to make?
Oh, a minute. But we have to long rest, so it means we have to stay here for 8 hours and
Fine with me.
hope that no one just is like. I mean,
Hey,
when we leave the tent, there could be like an army of pirates like
they've
for
had
us
8 hours to prepare. They just set the tavern on fire around us.
Yeah, I can't promise that won't happen.
What's everybody's passive perception?
I don't want to tell you.
It's that good.
Mine's 18.
18. Oh, I always
Yeah.
forget yours is so freaking high. Mine's 11.
Oh,
Mannix is
Mine's
like
15.
he's like a rabbit. I mean, it's his only defense mechanism is being
That's right.
is being just super aware all the time of danger.
His eyes are like all the way on the side of his head.
That's right. I know when to run.
Mannix.
Well, I don't know if the DM will let us long rest, but we could all get into this little tiny room right here and at least short rest, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
So before you short rest, sorry, what was Mannix was 18, George's was 15.
Yeah.
Anybody else higher than
14.
15? 14. Okay.
Just tell us what it needs to be.
George and Mannix, you all hear just very faintly, but you hear sounds of like shouting outside the building.
Uh-oh.
Here we go
They're shouting outside the building, guys.
Can I just crack open this door? I assume it's the northern door.
Yeah.
Can I just crack open the door and see if I can actually understand what's being yelled?
Yep. You crack open the door,
My ears.
and You look.
Explosion.
Yeah, bursts inward. About 50 feet away, you can see the Sturge, which is Lascalar's ship, which was docked at the time. You see him on that ship, and he is very furiously yelling at the very, very few pirates that still seem to be in the area to cast off. He is trying to...
Oh, shit. I thought he teleported. No, he just like, ran out of the room. I assume he like went to like some other city or something.
Can
It's just a
I
smoke.
grab Mannix by the back of his shirt and just like start dragging him up to where those ballista things are, and we can just shoot those?
Ha! Yeah.
Yeah, you remember there was a ballista mounted on the upper rampart of this tavern.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go up and I have 6 health, by the way. So if they start shooting back at us, I'm fucked. But
6 health, by the way.
I'll
All right.
stand behind the thing so they'll shoot at me, and then you
I'll
put
load.
the bolt in, and then hit
Yeah, I'll load the ballista. All right. Well, we probably don't have time to short rest then before we have to deal with this because this guy's trying to take off on the ship.
Yeah, let's go shoot him.
Okay. What do the other 3 of you want to do while this is transpiring? If Mannix and Kless are headed to the upper part.
Weren't there 2 ballistas up there?
There's 1 ballista up there.
Oh, okay.
I'll follow him, but I'm not going to be happy about it.
I'll follow under extreme duress.
I'm pretty sure you might still be missing a tooth from when I shoved that health potion down your throat.
Be carrying my vital organs with me.
It's like a wedding trail.
George, okay, hold on, guys. We need to be smart about this.
What? Who are you?
George says his ass, he opens the door, just runs out with his
Let's be smart about this.
Let's not do anything hasty.
Giant gun.
That's
Who
not
are
heedless.
you?
That's not heedless at all.
I feel like George would say that right before he presents like just an insane plan.
What if we all dressed as sharks?
George, we can tie you to the bolt and we'll shoot you onto the...
Now that's a George idea.
That sounds promising.
I do like that idea.
What are the chances they recognize each other? Let's just disguise ourselves as these pirates and then burn some of the bodies and pretend that we actually killed ourselves.
Like, well, A, he saw us winning. Like, when he teleported away, we had, like, all but 2 of them were dead. Also, the reason he recognized us when we came in the first time is because we're fucking Triton and a turtle and a drow.
It's a little hard to disguise.
Alright, ballistas it is.
I'm proficient in the disguise kit.
Spent 10 minutes dressing up like a pirate, which we probably should have done that before we came to this place in the first place.
Probably.
In
That
hindsight.
probably would have been smart. Oh well. Let's go shoot a gun.
Give me 1 second. I'm having to fix the dynamic lighting for the ramparts because it's done to where you
Oh,
wouldn't
right, it's
be able to
blocked
look
off.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
George chops off the hand of one of the pirates.
As a souvenir?
No,
He has a
He's-
plan?
he is going to arrange it to a middle finger sticking up and attach it to the ballista arrow.
Yes. I approve of this.
It's an intimidation
I
tactic.
wholeheartedly
We're sending a
approve.
message.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Can
just
we
the
like
double birds.
carve in the hand your neck?
Yeah, I can do that. As he starts to carve into the hand. YURN
X.
XT.
Smiley face.
There's not enough space for a smiley face.
He filled up the palm of the hand.
Alright, is everyone heading upstairs?
Sounds like it.
Sure.
Why split the party now?
If we cast healing on that hand, does it eventually grow a new pirate?
I
No.
think Farron got hit on the head pretty hard.
But there is a stat block for a crawling claw I'd love to bring out.
It's an undead hand.
All right, so I've moved you all to this side of the map,
Oh boy. Okay.
and
So- We were inside this part.
Mm-hmm.
correct. So yeah, below you is the tavern, and this is kind of the ramparts, the watchtower that had the ballista on it. And now you can see that you are connected, kind of this long elevated hallway that leads back towards the back of the cove. But more importantly, you are overlooking the rest of the cove from this position. It's 30 feet high.
Okay.
Cool. I want to.
And from here we can see it looks like Lascalar and 3 pirates
On the deck is what you can see, yes.
on the deck. Okay.
I want to turn and aim the ballista like at the broad side of the ship, so we can like whack a hole into it, so that way it's safe.
All right.
Is
Are
the other
these-
ships?
Are these Game of Thrones ballistas or normal ballistas?
Yeah.
Can they take down a dragon? Is...
And if they're Game of Thrones ballistas, what episode Game of Thrones ballistas are they?
It's
Are
very
these
important.
the Bells Game of Thrones ballistas,
Yeah, that's
or
right.
the episode before the Bells Game of Thrones ballistas?
That's very fair.
Do we see each other ship that we left still in this cove?
You do not.
No, we sent them
So-
back out into the night.
Well, fuck. Now I'm thinking we need this ship to leave.
There's little
So-
dinghies.
Just we can sail across the bay. I feel like it's gonna take.
All right, Mr.
weeks.
Planner. We can't leave him for dead. Well, I take that
Well,
back. I
it's
guess
also-
if we're undead, we can leave. But
Yeah, that's very true.
you get the gist of what I'm saying.
Well, I'm just saying let's try not to damage the ship because we probably would have sailed out on that thing.
Well,
Alright.
Gillian and George can swim, and the rest of us can just hang out on George's back.
True.
How about we wave a flag of truce, get on board the ship, and then kill him?
I don't think they're gonna let us on board.
That captain is. Does it look like like Lascalar and his pirates have noticed us up on this roof yet?
Not at this moment, but he could steal a glance your way if, depending on how much longer you all want to plan. There might be a stealth check involved. You do have a kind of not quite a castle wall here, but like enough to where there's some cover, so you could probably duck down to
Yeah.
help be out of the way.
Anyone
But
else realizing he's not giving us the answer about the type of ballista we got going on?
it's the
Yeah,
same kind of ballista.
It's a D&D ballista.
It's a D&D ballista. It's the one that is the same one that was on the ships.
Okay.
In terms of damage and attack.
Let's just plink him from here. We can probably just fill him full of various things and then duck behind the walls before they can get going.
George,
Well, does it look like he has enough help to get the ship moving? If he's only got 3 pirates, that might not be enough to move the ship.
You,
With what?
yeah, you watch him. In fact, give me, somebody give me, maybe an intelligence check or a survival check.
That's definitely not me.
Yeah, to try and suss out if you
Just-
think,
just
yeah.
base intelligence, or might
Yeah.
investigation be appropriate here?
I don't think you'll be able to investigate from there.
Intelligence.
Okay.
Survival would be like your general, like, seaworthy knowledge.
Mm.
How about stealth? I could give you stealth.
George, you feel like, given your experience near the water and on boats, that it looks like he would be able to sail, but it is taking him much longer than normal, and everybody's having to work twice as hard, and that's why he hasn't been able to. I mean, he's still in the process of like trying to get the anchor up and hoist the sails and and all these various nautical terms I'm not going to try to do, but
guys,
take him a lot longer.
it looks like it's taking him a little longer, but he's trying to escape. Let's go rush him.
I'm
Alright.
not opposed to this plan.
Well, I'm gonna sit
No.
back here with the ballista, but yes, we should rush him.
See these flags? I'm going to jump up and start climbing across to create a distraction. You guys,
Can I
Shoot
do
'em.
some like parkour?
I'm not going down
fun
there.
there? I'll go down there. Can I do some parkour?
Darren and I will
funness
stick
to,
back
like-
here with the ballista. We both just
Those of us
got
with
knocked
10%
out.
hit points remaining.
I want to do some parkour funness to jump down onto the side of the boat and do a cool slide down and superhero pose like here.
Okay. You and George. Let's see. Calais, you give me acrobatics, and George, you give me athletics as you both try and go across. Are either of you wanting to do this stealthily? I think George specifically, you were wanting to be the distraction, right?
Yep.
I don't know how stealthy you can go across a thin line as a turtle in the middle of the cove. So.
Yeah, I kind of want to do it stealthily.
Okay.
As stealthily as I can.
Give me acrobatics and stealth. Okay. So with the unique way that this appears to be literally the bottom of a ship turned upside down, you're able to kind of do this roll and slide down parts of it and kind of use that to your advantage and land down on your feet in a cool like 3-point cat pose. And nobody has noticed you at the moment. And George, you are able to jump up and grab this. What the fuck is this? A string of like pennants. You know what? This is flags. These are flags from various ships that the pirates have taken. A little bit of decoration here. But you're able to grab onto this rope and start hauling your way across. And
I just
good.
Take off. I'm gonna take off running for the ship. I'm sure George is probably screaming, "Lascalar!"
No, he's screaming, magician!
That works too.
Magician. Alright, so George, as you say that, Lascalar whips his head around and says, I see, you're trying to stop me, are you? I feel better on the boat. And this is where you'll die. And have everybody roll for some initiative here.
Oh no.
It'll be fine.
As long as, yeah. So, how many people does it take to operate this ballista?
It takes an action to load it, an action to aim it, and an action to fire it.
Jesus.
It should already be loaded, though.
It is loaded.
Okay. So the three, Theron and Gillian, if you guys just want to we can all just operate this ballista back here. That's what we can do with our.
Heck yeah. I've always wanted to do that.
Who has the highest dex? My dex is 13.
So the ballista actually has its own attack.
Oh, it does. So
Yep.
we don't even have to. Our modifiers don't matter. Okay.
Yeah, if you're using that many people,
That's
that's
16.
that's the advantage to operating
Gotcha.
it. It just uses its
Okay.
own power.
I figured like the person who had to aim it had to actually like aim it.
Yeah, that's you're just taking a full action to just aim it. So
Gotcha.
wow, Lascalar actually got the drop. Where's my battle music? There we go. So his attention is on George, and he's like, "Where's your friends at, Turtle? Did you leave them behind?"
They're dying. Downstairs.
And he will use his action to attempt to throw daggers at you, but he's got disadvantage at this range. Wow.
The rolls from last week.
The
continue.
rolls from last week. 6
'Cause
damage.
I had to bring it up earlier. Yeah, this is my fault. I'm sorry.
One more dagger comes
Surely you
sailing
can't do it
over.
again.
Surely not. No.
Yay, disadvantage.
Yep. And then he yells at his pirates, "Come on, lads! There's sure to be more of them." Mr. Bristlebeard.
I'll do the first ballista action.
Which I think with it loaded means aim. I
Aiming it,
suppose?
yep. So you're sitting up there. Now, what would you
Which one
like
do we
to aim at, or what would you like to aim at?
Yeah.
You can aim at a person or a thing.
Mm.
Oh, just the captain, right?
I was actually thinking take out the little guys. So, well, I was thinking take out the little guy so he doesn't have time to actually get away. But if we're just rushing him like this, he probably won't anyway. He'll have to fight instead of trying to run. So yeah, the captain.
To the captain.
Okay. Sight it down and aim it square at the captain, Mr. Mannix.
I will pull the fire lever.
All right, give me a 1d20 plus 6.
15. Does that hit Alaskalar?
It just does hit Alaskalar, in fact.
Ooh.
Yeah, you think you're not used to aiming it, and it almost goes wide on you, but you managed to sink it in there. Give me a 3d10, please. The giant ballista bolt goes sailing into the captain. 10 damage.
Not great.
Not great damage. He has a look of shock on his face. He's like, ah, there they are! Bastards!
I also.
3d10, not a 1d10.
That's right. I don't want to do that. Yep. I'd also like to duck down beneath the red pert walls.
Okay. At this point, I'm assuming you're all going to have basically half cover from being
yeah,
walls.
just
Kless.
Alright. So as a free action, I am gonna down a health potion before I run onto this ship full of Vigium. Whoops. Damn it!
wow.
Real
Jesus
bad.
Christ, what are we doing?
Guys,
Oh,
you
no.
didn't throw away the old dice from last week. You're supposed to throw those dice away.
Alright.
Gotta refresh those dice.
5, 10. Whoops. I guess I have these 15, 20.
Those guys have not acted yet.
Nope.
No. They also don't hit that hard.
No.
Screw it. Alright, I'll take the attack of opportunity. Even though I had a 29 stealth, I would think I'd be able to get past.
Once you run onto the ship and like in front of them, they're like, ah!
30. I'll surprise them and go, hi there, son.
Yeah, one of them will take a swipe at you. Ineffectively.
Whatever.
Gotcha.
And then just because it feels like a good thing, so while I was running, I'm gonna use my wonderful little command. I'm gonna use my dagger of venom.
Wow.
'Cause
Flick
I haven't
poison
used
on.
that in a long time. Yeah. I'll use that as my main hand this time around.
Is that a bonus action?
I don't remember. I'm gonna hit the button and see. Oh wait, it's an act. It's a,
Oh, it's actually a
damn
full
it.
action. Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's dumb. Oh well.
You gotta like do it before combat, I guess.
Yeah, I had a couple
Yeah.
abilities like that where it's like, do I turn the buff on or do I just attack when I'm playing Storm Kings?
Okay. Well, if that's an action, then I wouldn't use that. I would use my rapier, but since I already rolled it, I didn't know how else to see the thing. So.
No, that's fine.
I'll
I'd let
just-
you. Yeah, you're just doing that to see the thing.
Yeah. Okay, so think better of it. Grab that one instead.
Yep. 18 will hit.
Unfortunately, I don't get any of my sneak attack damage right now,
Mm.
but I'll still do it.
That's
One
not bad.
You still did more than a fucking ballista bolt.
He took a full ballista bolt to the chest, and
Yeah.
the rapier did.
Yeah, he looked very surprised at the ballista bolt, and now he looks downright terrified that you've approached and stabbed at him. Like, ah! You're all.
Does he just walk around with the ballista bolt in his chest?
Yep.
Turns around
I'm
and just knocks
fine.
someone over.
You're all still alive. Damn.
And then my offhand gave him a paper cut.
Indeed.
The turtle's a compulsive liar. You should have known.
Yep.
Was that not part of your stories?
Is that it?
Yeah.
Mr. George.
All I can do.
I'm not in a good place.
Hanging from the rope.
He's hanging 30 feet in the air. He just looks around, down to the water. Oh, a good place.
How could you get from there to the ship very quickly?
Mhm.
Just slide. Whee!
What will it take to climb? Regular movement? I rolled well on acrobatics, so how fast can I move on this rope?
George, if you wanted to, not saying you have to, but if you wanted to, you could probably cut the rope behind you,
I know.
which may cause you to swing.
Right, but it would swing me into the rock.
It would. You'd have to have some fancy footwork here.
Well, hold on. What's the math here? If you're less than 30 feet away from the rock, maybe you'll hit the water before you hit the rock.
I know, but that's not the direction I want to go.
Oh, well, that's also true. You're...
How quickly can I traverse this rope?
With a climbing check, you could just move your movement.
All right. What is the climbing check?
Give me a climbing roll. Be a DC 15 to stay on the rope and be able to just move along with your move speed.
I know, but there's nothing climbing. Athletics?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, athletics. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, climbing is always athletics.
You got, well, shit. So you
I
got gloves
know.
that give you +5, but that's still only a 14.
Yeah.
So double.
Yeah. You're having to exert more energy basically to go along.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna use my action to just dash it, I guess.
Okay. Reach the top of the wall, cling to it.
I'm at the rock, yeah.
Scamper, scamper. Gillian.
Okay, so am I firing the ballista? Is that what's going on?
You would be loading the ballista?
Loading.
Yes.
I'm loading the ballista.
Okay, you load up the ballista with another crossbow bolt.
With your short turn.
And you did a great job of not tying on any initiative scores too. I appreciate that. Just perfectly down the
Oh,
line.
yeah.
Escalar yells at the pirates to stop what they're doing and immediately fend off these intruders. And they attempt to rush up. One of them will attack Kaless with a sword. Ineffectively. One of them will shoot at Kaless with a crossbow. Ineffectively. And one of them will shoot at George with a crossbow.
Why?
He's on the wall. He's perfect pickings. Woof! I'm loving those 11s.
Alright, where were these crossbowmen last week?
I rolled. They were on the ship. They were not carousing in the tower.
They weren't in the tower.
Yeah, they don't have the supreme confidence juice. I rolled 8 3 times. Good stuff. Lascalar is next, and he gets his swords out, and he's like, "No, it won't take me alive." And he's going to attack Kaless. Sword strike number 1.
Oof.
Bad idea, you guys.
How you doing?
6
Go ahead.
damage.
I'm okay.
Sword strike number 2.
Jesus Christ.
For 5 damage. And then just for good measure, he's got a dagger out in his other hand that he tries to shove into you. Ineffectively.
Nah.
Okay.
11 total
That
damage.
he does not get.
Theron,
Ballista action again.
aim that ballista. We still aiming at the captain?
Yes.
Alright. Mr. Mannix.
Hold that fire button or lever. What was it?
D20 plus 6.
Oh yeah. 20.
You have to aim and shoot. That's a better
17.
shot. Yeah, that'll hit. Give me a 3d10.
Nope, that was only 2d10. Let's have another d10. 13.
13. All
I
right.
am below average every time on these rolls.
Better than last time, though.
Yep.
Better than last time.
That does sink into Lascalar though when he coughs up some blood, and his eyes start to get wide and worried. And he even tries to swirl his cape for a second, but you don't see any like smoke coming out, and he just starts blanching. Kalez.
Where's your magic, magic man?
Not like this. Not like this.
I was gonna say, well, you could yield. I won't kill you.
You try to say that smiling as blood is coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, basically. So as a free action, I'm gonna down another health potion because that really hurt.
You ready for surrender? Surrender.
That's a little better.
Ah.
All right, all right. A little less blood coming out of the side of my.
Yeah.
All right.
17 will hit. So you slash into his vulnerable parts. And slide that dagger in. You're all just having like this brutal melee fight between the two of you on the fucking deck of the ship. Just
Yeah.
swords rattling back and forth, stabbing each other.
I have a feeling though he had a lot more hit points than I did.
I think that was the case. He's taking 2 crossbow bolts to the chest. Mr. George, where did George go?
Boy.
It's my turn.
You've been called, sir.
Run!
Go, Raven, go!
George is in a horror movie now.
Wrong way.
God.
Okay. 5, 10. I want to jump onto the boat.
Do it. Do you want to? I can either have you do a skill check to climb down, or if you just want to jump from the top of where you are, you can roll a dex save to try and do like a tuck and roll, because it is probably about a 15-foot difference.
Tuck and roll.
Okay. All right, you are able to.
Good roll.
Yeah, you do a cool like video game maneuver where you're clinging to an edge, and you do the thing where a character turns, and then you press the button, you jump off, roll over on the ship.
I have surrounded you, magician.
How did you get here so fast?
You may be a magician, but I am a ninja turtle.
Excellent. Yeah, he shudders a bit as you stab him repeatedly. Oh lord.
Hey.
Whoa, with the sneak attack. Alright, he sags heavily with that as you slide that in there. Now he looks like he's barely able to stand as he cries out in a bit of pain. Ah!
He looks at the crossbow men. We killed 17 pirates in there, and we don't mind rounding it up to 20.
His eyes grow wide with fear. Ugh. He looks between you and Kaless, and he says, "All right, lads. I give. I yield. The ship is yours. Just spare my life."
Mix will yell from the ramparts. We need at least 3 pirates to run this ship. We don't need 4.
His eyes grow wide. I'm sure I'm worth some money to somebody out there.
Yeah, but you're worth a lot more dead.
His eyes grow wide.
And you shouldn't have tried to kill me.
Otherwise, it is Gillian's turn.
So are we still trying to shoot him, guys?
I mean, we can take a vote if you'd like.
It's probably gonna have to be unanimous.
Mannix is definitely of the opinion that we can run this ship with pirates. We don't need 4.
And we haven't saved any of the other pirate captains at this point. So, I mean, 1 or 3 pirate captains, we're not going to get it without 3, so.
That's an excellent point. Okay, so I'm just reloading the ballista then.
Yes, yep.
Very,
As
very
Lascalar's as Lascalar is begging for his life, we're slowly loading this ballista.
Sure.
Just look at him straight in the
You
eye.
can
as
surrender.
he's talking.
Shook, shook. Shook, 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 shook. Yes. Tell us more.
Go
about
on.
your life. Just cranking this thing very loudly. Chung, 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 chung. The other pirates look at Lascalar, look at you all, realize that they don't think you're going to let him surrender, and so they continue the attack. Let's see, we had one attacking Kaless with a sword.
No.
Oh, they're going to roll pretty damn good to hit you. One attacking George with a sword. And one shooting at Kaless with a crossbow. Alright, these pirates are much more hoping they were on ship detail and not on combat detail.
That's right.
Lascalar will use his action to disengage. He will run over to the side of the boat, take one feverish, wild-eyed look at everyone, and jump into the water.
Can I try to
Run
grab
away.
his cape as he runs away? Not trying to grab him, trying to grab his cape.
I think rule-wise, the disengage action is literally like
think-
fending off. all
Yeah,
that
that's
kind of
it.
thing.
He took the action to really fend it off, yeah.
I wanted that cape.
You can still follow. I mean,
I mean,
he had to
yeah,
5,
we can chase
10,
him.
15, 20. Yeah, so he is in the water. He doesn't have a swim speed either, so he's just kind of right off the water. Although he's on the other side of the ship now, so you can't see the crossbow people, the ballista people up on the ramparts. You do not have a sight of him at the moment. Mr. Bristlebeard.
I'm gonna lick my thumb, put it up in the air, test out the wind, then aim the ballista up a little bit more, so it can arc over the ship.
You're kind of like. I think I saw him jump
Right
right
there.
there.
To where just enough it'll like reach the apex and then fall down. Mr. Mannix.
I'll pull the lever. I don't know what's gonna happen, but because they're named it weirdly.
You did. All right. I'm gonna let you roll this attack. The only way you're gonna hit him is if you crit, because you literally
boy.
can't see him to target.
Blind firing. All right.
Yep, you're blind firing, but I will give you a miraculous chance to get a crit here. God damn, that was so close!
I hope the crossbow bolt landed like 2 feet.
It does.
To the right.
It absolutely
Right in
does.
the water.
Nobody really sees it except maybe George, but yeah, this bolt just goes boom, like right at. He's like, ah! He's like sprouting up water as he sees that bolt go down. Damn. Kaless.
Alright. I really don't like the fact that this guy tried to kill me, so.
And he's still got a magic cape.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're adventurers. We're all about killing people for their magic stuff.
Alright.
That's what he was about to.
Yeah.
You had that in common.
I'll use my bonus action disengage, so that way I don't take 2 attacks of opportunity. And she'll sprint and dive, and come up right up underneath them with a
Boy, now
rapier.
it's a water battle.
Yep.
Trying to drown each other.
Rapier up the backside.
All right, I believe you have disadvantage on this in the water. Also, Kaless, as you jump in there and you see Lascalar begin to let out a cry, and he's not even paying attention to you. He sees a pair of fins like dipping under the water.
Oh shit.
Right near him as you jump in, and you think he's crying about you jumping in after him, but you quickly realize as you're halfway sailing into the water that you see these shark fins like disappearing into the water.
Great. Alright, so wait, why do I have disadvantage for attacking him in the water?
Well,
Melee
I'd have to
attacks
look
in
up
the water,
underwater. Yeah.
We're not underwater though, we're bobbing on the surface.
Well, you're trying to fight in water. There's certain weapons I think that you don't. Let's see. Dagger, javelin, short sword, spear, or trident does not have disadvantage. So if you want to use your...
Fine, I'll use a dagger then.
Yeah.
I don't have a dagger. Where is it? Goddamn shark.
There are sharks.
Alright, well, I only have my dagger of venom on here, so just ignore it.
Uh, 17 will hit. Alright, Kaless, how would you like to end Lascalar's life in the water as you dive after him?
She's gonna go, oh shit, stab him real fast and starts with her last 5 feet of movement swimming back to the...
we need that body. It's got a cape on it.
Yeah, do you want to... Yeah.
I'll try to, like, grab the guy. Yeah, I'll grab the guy.
Can I swim and grab things?
Well, I want to, like, I guess I'll, like, drag him behind me, so he's, like, chum, but I'm holding on to the cape, so he's, like, the body that's floating behind.
Okay, yeah. Let him feed on the feet. That's
Alright,
it.
that's going to slow you down even more,
that.
but yeah, you can drag him. There's no check for
It's okay,
grappling
I'm
an
only, like,
a dead man.
5 feet from the boat.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, that's fine. Hopefully they'll go for the flopping thing behind me. Or they'll think I'm really big. Can I use his body to help intimidate the shark?
Intimidate the sharks.
Yeah,
you are dripping
they'll
in
think I'm
blood
bigger.
as well, so these sharks seem very interested in what's going on here.
Yeah, but he's got more blood. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
Mr. George.
Shit.
Yes.
It's your turn.
It's your turn. Lascalar is dead, but there are still pirates on the ship. Presumably, maybe they'd be willing to
There's
surrender.
sharks down there too, right?
Yes, there are sharks down there.
Yes, I've been here
Yeah.
this whole time.
I want to
the question?
grapple this pirate
Uh-huh.
and throw him in the water.
Yes!
Alright, I need... I think it's athletics versus athletics.
Okay.
Or athletics versus
Down.
acrobatics for him.
I shall go first. Shit.
Oh.
Well, he's not... He doesn't look
Wait.
super... Yep.
Wait, can I let you roll first, or?
You just roll!
I know, but if I want to use inspiration.
Yes. Yeah, that's fine. I'll roll, and then you can decide.
Do you want to? Well, you got a +6. I got to roll.
I'm gonna use
What's
my
your attacker?
inspiration. I
Yeah.
really want to grab this guy. Hold him tight.
Yeah,
Just,
I got-
just another roll.
No!
Oh, man, same die.
Brutal.
The pirate recognized what you're about to try to do.
He did.
Ah! Not going to the water.
I don't want to die.
There's
Damn.
sharks in there.
Hold on now. There are sharks.
Now play it off like you're just threatening him. but you're
Instead of
actually-
just like awkwardly groping the man.
I just wanted to give you a hug.
Yep.
Really. For real.
Hi.
Can't believe I wasted my inspiration.
Would have been good.
The odds were with you.
So, what are the chances you guys are going to give up? George wondered. Asked guy after he groped him.
Wonders allowed.
He kind of looks around and says, "You be letting us live, and maybe that'd be all right. We call it squaresies, yes. No one needs to get down in the sharks,
I know. That sounds like a good idea.
and maybe you not be touching me no mores."
No more grub.
Okay. I promise.
Seriously, you're gonna have to talk to HR about that.
No, I promise it won't happen again. Okay. I don't want to do the compliance again.
There's a strict pirate code.
It won't happen again. Please, I can't have another warning against me.
The first 2 times were accidents. I can't afford it.
All right.
Anytime you just keep hearing Colette scream, "There's fucking sharks in the water!"
Yeah. So at this point, the pirates look like they're ready to surrender. They're kind of look like they're ready to drop their weapons, but you are all still in combat because Colette is in the water, surrounded by what she could tell at least 2 shark fins.
Celeste will scream at them as she sees them trying to put their weapons down. You put that weapon down without shooting the shark, I'll kill you myself.
Pirates
George
blind.
yells to the 3 at the ballista, "Guys, he's good. He's not gonna fight us anymore."
Okay.
Did you guys see George wink? I saw him wink. Was that 2 pirates we need? Okay.
Quick, tell me your name, sir.
Name is Johnson.
Johnson. Hey, Johnson and me, we're cool, guys. Don't hit him.
Clink, 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 clink,
Yeah.
clink, clink.
Yeah.
We're just
We're very
like,
cool.
yes.
We're like little Fonzies on the ship.
Let's try to hit the sharks with the ballista.
That's
That'd
fucking
be fun.
They almost hit Lascalar in the water a second ago.
Yeah.
It's real hard to do, but you got a chance.
Anyway, I don't have any actions left, so that was a lot of chat on my part.
Yeah, well, the pirates look like they've surrendered at this point. So Gillian, it's to you.
Well, it doesn't seem like I can do much from up here to help Colette, so...
We can try to hit a shark with a ballista.
I mean, I was mostly joking because I feel like we might just hit her.
Well, that's also a
Again,
possibility.
An equal chance.
Which
Like,
episode ballista is?
Yeah, exactly.
She yells,
Yeah,
"Help,
we-
sharks!" And then she sees a bolt just come sailing at her, like, no!
She's trying to swim. We're like, we need you to move 2 feet to the left. Just
Yeah.
kidding. This thing's already aimed. It's about to fire.
Can I like jump over the side here, or are we super high up?
You're about 30 feet up. You can try to do what Celeste did, which was use an acrobatics check to kind of slide down this ship building that is the tavern beneath you.
Well, I don't really know. I guess we could just try to hit with the ballista. I mean, I can't really get there in any reasonable amount of time. Let's see.
We got a picnic up here. We're putting up some wine. We're
I feel-
just gonna chill by the ballista.
I feel very safe up here.
More wine, Mr. Ballista?
Can I see the sharks from up here?
No. Everybody's on the other side of the ship, and this is a big old ship that's pretty much obscuring your vision from the other side of it.
Well, okay, I'll just try to start moseying my way.
Can someone move
down
the ship,
there.
please?
Yeah, exactly. We're trying to hit these sharks. We gotta get this
Okay.
ship out of the way.
So I'll try to do an acrobatics check then to try to get down. If I fail, am I going to hurt myself terribly?
Oh yes.
So,
And how? It depends on how much you fail.
How much do you want your right arm?
That's right.
Mr. Mannix knows the things about crippling his arms.
That's right.
He called that a Tuesday.
Acrobatics.
There I was, hanging off a cliff by my left eye.
He never misses arm day.
Oh man.
Gillian, you slide down the ship, but you once you reach the part where it actually reaches the ship ends and the ground begins, you fall and land and fall the last 10 feet, taking 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So where does that put me? Do I jump down like This
Depends
guy
on where you
or,
wanted to jump down. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to jump down over here.
Yep, absolutely. You can be there.
Cool. And then I can't move anymore because I fell, or
So you fall prone, so you'd have 15 feet
do
of
I
movement
just
left.
stand back up? Okay.
I don't know how much you moved up there, but yeah.
Like 30. I'll just move like here and take 5 damage.
Alright, so the pirates look like they are surrendering, and they are kind of just backing away from everything. And they gingerly put their weapons down and kind of put their hands up in a measure of like, please don't kill us.
Oh, they signed their death warrants.
Lascalar is dead. We go to Theron.
I'll cast Cure Wounds on Manix.
Oh boy,
Wow. Healing
he's
spell.
more than doubled my hit points. Thank you.
Nice.
Now that Killian's gone, we could really get down to it.
Mr. Mannix.
Load me in the ballista.
I mean, we don't got anything else better to do up here, so why not? I'll load a ballista, just in case.
Just in case.
No, load me in the ballista.
Or wait,
Oh,
I actually skipped the sharks.
Another-
Crap.
Launch me.
Alright, the sharks are supposed to go before Theron. One shark will absolutely attack Lascalar's body, Kaless.
Yes. Yes.
It is going to latch on. However, you're going to have a little strength contest to hang on to the cape as the shark grabs onto it.
My cape.
You try and just pull the whole body away from her? Or is he like literally attached to the cape?
Yeah, if
She's-
he's going for the feet.
Right, so
or the
you're
neck.
what you're trying to do now is like disentangle the cape while he's going to drag the body like away from you.
Yeah.
So give me a strength check.
You go first.
Okay. Ooh, that is a strong ass shark.
I tried.
Yeah.
Alright, it rips the body away from you and the cape, and it is still in visible range from you to see. But it rips it and pulls it away a bit.
Did I at least like rip the cape enough to where it came over his head so it's like floating there now? I can try to grab it again.
It's still somewhat like hooked on an arm of his.
God damn it.
But you can see where the body is. You can see it hasn't like gone underwater. There's another shark, however, that tries to bite you.
Of course it does.
Ooh, very ineffectively though. All the blood has seemingly confused it.
The sharks don't stay still, but does that mean he tries to swim away after trying to eat me and I get an attack of opportunity?
Realistically, yes, but not the way D&D mechanics work.
I've watched enough Discovery Channel. I know how this shit works.
Sharks can't not move. Yeah. Let's see, where are we at then? Mannix, you were loading. I think it's up to class, right?
Yep.
She looks longingly at the cape and goes, nah. Mm-mm. Swims for the boat. Scurries up the boat.
Alright, you take an attack of opportunity from the shark unless you want to disengage.
Yeah, I'll disengage.
Okay.
And then I did tell them that I would kill them all if they didn't shoot the shark. They didn't shoot the shark.
They didn't shoot the shark.
We do need pirates to run the ship.
I just
At least
hear
two
my
now.
acting
They
voice.
have thrown their weapons down and look terrified.
Alright, I won't kill them.
All right, George. Unless you want to jump in and try to grab that cape, I can pull you all out of combat. But I will give you that chance.
What's so special about the cape?
It was magical.
It definitely looks
right.
magical, and you did see him teleport in a puff of smoke using the cape.
That's right.
Can you go fishing with your whip thingy?
Yeah, but I mean, what can I fish? How can I fish? I can't fish.
Yeah.
You could try to
Maybe
you could
hit the
aim it at the
body?
shark or the body. Yeah.
Or
Yeah. So as a bonus action, I turn it into a whip, and then so the sharks grab the body.
Yes.
Uh,
So you could either attack, essentially do a strength check. It'd be another contested strength check, similar to what Celeste did, to try to yank enough of the body out of the shark's mouth to at least get the cape free.
let's do it. Let's desecrate his body.
Okay.
So do I have to roll an attack to get to the?
I'm gonna roll. Since you're trying to just yank the cape off, this would probably just be you like whipping out the sword. But I'm gonna have it be just a strength check because it'll be contested with the shark, as you essentially engage in a tug of war briefly.
Okay. So I roll strength.
Yep. Oh,
oh,
that shark
that
did
shark.
not see you coming.
Yep. He is not familiar with the concept of whips.
Yeah. So that comes out, and you are able to wrap the whip around the body and really yank it out of that shark's mouth. So now the body and the cape are just kind of floating in the middle of the water for the time being.
I mean, can I pull it back, or are you gonna? I don't know how much of the roll we're following here.
Yeah. So you
I
already
mean,
used a
nothing's gonna happen. I might as well just pull it up.
yeah. You already used a bonus action and an action. Give me one more check.
What?
Give me another strength check.
Who am I fighting here?
The force of water.
Yeah. All right. On the way out from you're able to get just a barely bit of jacket hooked around one of the thorn barbs and managed to pull it up like a fishing reel. Just as you are able to reel in that cape and dangle it above, all the sharks just circle and then begin to devour the body. But at this point, I can pull you all out of combat, assuming nobody is murdering the rest of the pirates. They have
We all think about it for a long
This will make me a magician now.
fully surrendered. Yep. I say, oh, the ship is yours. You definitely killed the captain.
I guess we should head down there. The ship. Well, yeah, let's head on the ship so we can talk to them at least.
That's fine. I'll fast travel you down to the ship area.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go sit in a dark corner.
How many more pirates are on this little fort of yours? Minusing the ones that were in that tavern.
Her eyes grow wide. You killed everybody in that tavern? There's the whole crew was in there.
That's right, we did.
Everybody just looks at each other and like, that's it then. We're the only ones. No wonder Lascalar was so spooked.
Well, you guys have an opportunity to make some money then. I assume that a fort like this might have treasures, some sort of coffer of some kind. If you were to guide us to that, maybe we might give you a slight share.
That'd be all right. It's And they point to the warehouse behind you. That's where we store everything. Everything we've been capturing from all the ships. And they just kind of gesture.
Tell us your names.
Damn it.
Yeah, make up names.
Johnson, Steven, and Drizella.
Drusilla.
I want to rename you guys. How about Johnson, Stevenson, and Tyson? Yeah.
You look more like a Tyson.
The one who's Johnson now is not the one who was Johnson.
That's okay.
How many more people are in that warehouse?
There's nobody in the warehouse. We're all in the tavern where the ale is.
I just look at Mannix. Like, do you believe that?
There's some.
Mannix would like to see if he believes that. But I believe he has just straight up.
Or
has
we could just
advantage.
torture him for fun to make sure.
Does the TM have to read off everyone's alignments again? To do this
I
every
know what
session.
my alignment is. I will torture him for.
Torture away.
With a 26, do I think they're lying about them being more people?
Mannix, you think they are telling the truth? That the warehouse is currently empty of any pirates. They do mention as an aside that there are some cave areas in the back where, like, as a reward, some pirates can have some... Or it's supposed to be like the captain's quarters, but the captains obviously just use their ships. Because that's how they fixed them up, and so they just end up giving those rooms out to other pirates, but he says that everybody was in the tavern at the moment when you were over there.
Alright, lead us to every bit of treasure in this fort, and we will give you three a 2% cut of the profit to split amongst yourselves.
2% of 1%.
2%, you say?
Well, technically each one's getting 30% of 2%.
They both look like they're having a lot of trouble doing the math in their heads.
We'll pay you some.
Don't worry, guys. 30% of 2% is actually 60%. You're getting a great deal out of this.
They seem delighted by this. All right, they gesture. All right, okay. You want them to take you, physically take you?
I want them to be tour guides. Yeah, I want them to just take
All
us
three of them?
to the places. Which one were we talking to? It seemed like you knew.
Probably.
Oh, what did George rename him?
Probably Johnson.
Yeah. Was it the old Johnson, the new Johnson?
Old Johnson and New Johnson. NJ and OJ. Wait.
Oh.
Yeah, I just want
Call me Ray.
The one who seems like he knows the most.
You can call me Jay. All right. Takes you. I'm just gonna fast travel you all up here. This is the path that you would take when you were up on the ramparts firing the ballista. But you would just continue along the elevated walkways in here, and then you can see there's some like rooms built into the caves, which are currently empty and kind of in dirty disarray. But he walks, and you're up here, by the way, if you haven't seen it. And you'll get to the end of the road here, and he gestures at the door here. He's like, "In there." And it's got a big padlock on it with a big iron chains and an iron padlock.
Ooh, I have new lockpick.
Didn't we get keys from pirates though?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Paul. We got two keys from two pirates.
Oh yeah, I picked up those keys.
Yeah, you did. Although, also, I'm thinking before we open the door, do we want a short rest now? Now that it's safe to do so, before we go unlocking doors and opening them.
Yes. Yes, please.
By the way, when you all were fighting on the ship, at one point Roka yelled out, "Don't forget about your friend Roka."
Right. Yes. Yeah.
We'll get to you.
Yeah. Well, we're coming. We got some things to look at. These guys are gonna show us around, but here's the last stop of the tour.
Great.
You've waited this long, you'll be fine.
But yeah, y'all could short rest up here. You could make a little resting area among these caves.
Okay, yeah. I will go ahead and use a couple of dice.
Actually using hit dice.
Yep. Oh, I have to choose between rogue and wizard. I've never done this before.
Hmm.
Everyone gets an extra 1d6.
Oh.
Everyone who is rolling.
A 1d what?
1d6.
1d6.
Gillian pulls out the bagpipes.
That's right.
Is that per hit dice?
No. That would be nice, though. It just is everyone who's
For sure.
rolling any hit dice, I think.
Ah.
One
Yes.
Celeste is not into the song, but
Yeah.
very, very much is.
Mhm.
That's my favorite track.
There we go.
So many hit dice.
I have one left.
Oh,
Wow.
I hate my own song.
She finishes. That wasn't the
getting-
best, I'll be honest.
Getting real sick of those bagpipes.
They just want you to play the hits every time. That's the problem.
Yeah,
and you're a
every
creative
time.
spirit. You want to experiment with new stuff.
Why didn't I learn the guitar?
Play Freebird. Shut up. 13 on hit dice. Good lord.
Wow.
I've never seen so many hit dice get rolled in one short rest. This is very exciting for me as a DM. Just seeing all these hit dice get rolled.
Probably just leaning against the size of a cave. just
Yeah.
breathing.
What did I have temporary hit points from? Do you remember? I don't know if that's a
Spell.
Yeah, you did something.
spell. If
Oh.
that was
Improve ability?
probably
Enhance.
expired then.
Yeah, it was your
Enhanced
enhance
ability.
ability. Yeah, you did the Constitution one, I think.
Okay, well,
But that does probably go away in an hour.
yeah, it does. And so does my potion of fire breath.
Mm.
That was a fun one.
Yeah.
Bye potion.
All right, now that we're all feeling better, now let's unlock some big padlocks.
Yep. I'll step forward with my keys.
And I guess the two keys you got,
Yeah.
look like they're identical to each other.
Oh.
You got one from each pirate. They look identical, and you just see the one padlock on the warehouse door.
Glad we didn't need Lascalar for like an extra key then. 'Cause
So the door is over here? Or is
it's
it
in the shark
over
belly.
here?
So the door is the far thing.
Before I put my thing in there, Manic,
Yes.
I need you to make sure this isn't booby trap.
Okay. Let's
Use thine
investigate.
eyes.
Yes, let's investigate this door. Let's pull down the lenses and get some microscopic action going on this lock and this door.
Okay.
Do I see anything looks dangerous about unlocking this
This looks like a normal door with just locked.
with a normal lock?
Yep.
Normal chain.
Yep. But not a normal keyhole.
I-
No, it's also a normal
Oh no! The keyhole is a black hole.
It's a keyhole of annihilation.
That's right. I think you're all right.
Alright.
Put that on his tombstone.
Alright. I'll go up and put the first key that I got into the. Give it a turn.
Okay. You open that door into a lovely warehouse. You see The walls are the floor, and the walls have all kinds of just crates and barrels and like weapons hanging on the side. It looks like several ships worth of loot and booty.
Ooh.
But as you walk in, you see, you kind of feel a tingling sensation, and you look and see that several of the hanging weapons suddenly fly off the rack and fly straight towards you.
I didn't investigate the booty.
The booty.
The booty itself.
Always.
He's always investigate the booty. I'm talking
Oh
about
no,
shit.
that's a lot.
A bunch of swords.
That's a bunch of swords.
God damn it, man.
Put that on his tombstone as well.
That's a pretty good tombstone quote.
It's a pretty good
That's a bunch of swords.
That was the last thing he said. He was a man of clever words. Ooh, Mannix. At the drop, though.
Yeah.
These swords will be getting a surprise round, however.
Oh no.
As in the same action, they fling off and attempt to eviscerate you, you and Kaless. Mr. Manx can't help but being one of the first people into the room, and I, as a DM, enjoy the hell out of
Every fucking time.
it. Let's go, everyone! Oh, God!
Now, do these swords count as a trap? Is the question.
No, you don't think so.
I didn't think they
don't
would.
think they
but-
were in any way mechanically
I
tied
had
to the
to-
door, but
Yep.
the
Had
pirate,
to ask.
the pirate behind you calls out, "Oh yeah, there was something the captains did whenever they entered the warehouse door, but I didn't know nothing about it."
Can I aim my crossbow and just
You know, it occurs to me right now that we need 3 pirates, but we got Roka in that cell over there. So,
Oh crap!
Hey George, that guy's life is forfeit.
Lord.
Gladly.
All right, the swords get a surprise round off first, and they will swarm a couple towards Kaless. They literally just fly off there, look completely animated on their own. And the rest to Mr. Mannix. And yes, you are glad that you short rested.
Mm-hmm. Very.
Alright, Kaless, we got 5 swords coming at you.
Of course you do.
Number 1. That's a good opening hit.
Oh, man.
3 damage. 2. Oh my lord.
God damn
Swords are
it.
just waiting.
Yep.
9 damage. Number 3.
Nope.
Number 4.
Nope.
Wow. Number 5. I rolled a crit and a crit fail. Wow. 3 out of 5 hits.
Wow, that one did as much as the
Max damage. That's as much as a crit, yeah. 21 damage total?
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Mannix, can you see if the law of averages helps you with 5? Number
crit.
1.
Fuck you, so.
Ooh, number 2. What is your AC?
Hey, a 13 does hit.
Oh no.
13.
For 7.
Cries out, I should have taken shield!
Number 3. Yes, you should have. 13 again. For 5 damage. Number 4.
Fuck you!
Jesus Christ.
Okay. I'm just gonna count this up at the end.
For 6
I
damage.
figured at least 3 of
And
them were
number
hitting
5 is a alright, 3 out of 5.
me.
18 damage for you. Almost as much as me, and I had a crit.
That's, yep.
Yep. Alright, so that was the surprise round. The rest of you just see Mannix and Kaless walk in, and all these swords fly off the shelves and surround them in a flurry. They are hovering above the ground and just animating. So we start off with Gillian at the top. Actually, before we start this combat, you all want to take a break first, and then we will start this combat? So I think the timing lines up pretty well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Alright, let's take a 10-minute break, and we'll be back. Oh, there I am. Sorry, I was muted.
There you are.
Sorry, I was trying to keep clicking the button. It wouldn't work. We are back from break now. We're trying to come back. Unfortunately, Gillian is first for our encounter.
Sorry, I'm
There you
here.
are.
I'm here. I forgot to figure out what I was gonna do, but all done.
You had a whole
And
halftime to figure it out.
I know. Oh boy. Okay. Swords, huh?
Swords! Flying
Don't
swords.
know. Don't super know how to deal with that, and also I don't know if I have any spell slots ever.
Yeah, I think we kind of used most of our shit in that tavern.
This seems.
Is it my turn?
Nope.
Very passive aggressive.
Sing your song of blunting.
Okay, well, I'm gonna. There's a lot of swords in here, man. Yeah,
He did say something to that effect.
that's a lot of swords.
So many swords.
I'll cast fairy fire on the swords. I can do that. Am I behind a door? Do I have to? Is this door closed? Or is
It's open.
now?
No, it's open.
Okay. Well, I don't need to stand that close. Then. Oh, hold on. What's my range on fairy fire?
I can be at a safe distance.
Yeah, it's recommended. Generally when fighting swords.
And it's a 10-foot radius. It's not that significant. So yeah, I will just cast fairy fire on this group of swords and Manic.
And Mannix, nice.
I'm about to run for my life, so it's fine. You do whatever you gotta do.
Well, you're gonna be lit up like a glow stick, hopefully. There's a dex. Yeah, dex save.
Dex save. I made it.
Sword number one.
I assume.
Nice. Number two. What's the number? Wow. What's the number I'm looking for? Or having to beat?
14, I think. We'll check that. Yeah.
Swords are dexterous.
Yeah, apparently flying swords are pretty dextery. That one finally fails. More. Wow, one of them lights up. Totally forgot to. Oh wow, that looks real bad. It covers up their whole thing.
Oh, the numbers.
Yeah.
These 10-foot maps, man.
Yep. We're bad.
They're weird.
Anything else, Gillian?
No.
George, I believe you beat ties with Mannix with dexterity.
Tell me about jumping rules. Does the distance covered in a jump count towards your movement? Like, let's say I run 10
Yeah,
feet,
otherwise everybody
I
would be jumping
jump.
everywhere.
So it does.
Yes.
Yes.
It says I can cover the number and my strength. The number of feet equal to my strength.
Mm-hmm.
If I do a 10-foot run first.
Yeah, so it looks like...
So my
that's a
strength is
long jump.
16. So that means can I run 10 feet and then jump 16 and go... Oh wait, no, that's still 26. Damn
I
you
think
guys.
I think that 16 does count towards your movement, too.
If only
yeah.
you had a weapon that could transform into a ranged weapon.
That's not what I want to do.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Uh,
You should have been
Now you
first in the
pop
door.
I didn't know they were going through the door. Is there any way I can go 40 feet without using an extra action?
I don't see how.
I don't either. 45.
Oh, yeah, 35 to get rid.
Damn it. Nice. Alright, Mannix, this might hurt.
I got no. Hold on. I got 10 HP left.
What?
I have 10 health left.
I'll try to pull back.
Okay.
What on earth are you about to do?
If I say pull a stitches, does that mean anything to you?
He wants to.
Oh, I can disengage and run away on my own. If that's your.
He does
idea.
go next before the swords do.
Oh,
I like where your head's at though.
Well, if I do it, can I get inspiration?
You
At
damage
the
me? No.
Yes, at the expense of Mannix. I want inspiration.
The expensive
Specifically,
Mannix.
Can I sacrifice his health for a point of inspiration? You can pull one of the swords out into the hall with you if you want.
What would it? All right. What would it take to run to Mannix and throw him behind me? Is it free if he is a willing?
We've been allowing that as a bonus action, but I don't know if you can reach him.
Bonus action, it's not free action.
Yeah.
And I can get away. And I intend.
He really wants to
You don't have to worry
save you
about
so badly.
Can I tackle him?
Why are you fucking with me?
Leave me alone. I'm okay.
George, I'm gonna help you.
Just smothers you. Now you can't escape.
All right. George goes his 30 feet. He's done.
All right, Mr. Mannix.
Oh no! You know what? He pulls out his bow and arrow and shoots at number 7.
All right.
There. He misses.
It goes wide. It hits Mannix in the eye. He goes down.
I'm down. Thanks, George.
Excellent. Mr. Mannix.
All right. I'm going to take an attack. And I'm going to pull out my rapier and do my flame blade attack again. Which one's lit up? Number 9.
Number 9.
On number 9. Wait, I gotta change it. Hold on just a second. 'Cause I put it on my rapier at some point. Wait, my dagger at some point.
This is the last time you guys get a halftime. I swear to goodness. Okay.
Alright, 17.
With advantage, you are able
lit up,
to
right?
hit. Yes, because he's lit up. You're able to hit that sword.
Alright, that's 10 damage. And 7 damage to number 1 next to him as the fire leaps.
Alright, that was massive damage to the sword. But it's unfazed.
Alright, then I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 20. As I pass George, I'm going to pat him on the back. You're doing good work, George. Get in there. Go back with next to Theron over here. Alright. That's it for me.
Alright, the swords seemingly aren't going into, or seemingly don't look like they care about exiting the warehouse. Instead, they surround Kaless even further.
Sorry, class.
Although she literally can't
They
have any
can't
more
all
swords
attack
near
you.
her. Yeah, so the other swords just kind of hover nearby. So Kaless, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sword attacks coming at you.
Oh.
Sword attack number 1. Number 2. What is your AC? 18? That's bad. Number 3. Wow. Number 4. They're bad
Alright.
rolls. Hey, I got an 18. 8 damage. Number 5. No, number 6 is a crit.
Oh no.
Oh, for 13. Number 7. Miss. Number 8 is a miss. Jeez.
Oh,
Only
boy.
2 of the 8?
2 of them. Still plenty of damage. She's just parrying
That's
them all.
21 damage, yeah. 21 damage just from 2 of them.
Yep.
Because one of them was a damn crit. Wow. She's still up. Alright, Kaless, it is you.
Joey
You
asked,
are
man,
muted,
is
I think.
Celeste gonna be okay in there?
I have no idea.
She's the only one in the warehouse.
She literally has nowhere to go to.
Just surround. You can barely see her, just surrounded by swords.
Does Mannix feel good about that?
17 will
I mean,
hit.
I mean, either one of those attacks would have downed me, so yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about it.
13. I don't. The 2 that were injured are actually the 2 that are not near you. So which one would you like to hit?
Oh, you're muted.
You're muted still.
I don't know. Will it kill one of them?
It will actually. Number 3, you attack and shatter that sword in half. Just
Another
explodes.
one fills in its place.
And then, because of my bonus action, I shall disengage.
Yeah.
10, 30. Fuck, I can't get out of the room.
Alright, send in the next meat target.
Yep. Mr. Theron.
I killed one.
Negative. 2 of them are injured. The one that's lit up, number 9, and then blue number 1, which is the one that took the green flame carryover damage.
The back does feel extra safe, doesn't it?
See? I like it back here.
It's bear time.
Bear time.
Swords love to stab bears. Tiny bear. I'd like to think bear turns into a dwarf-sized bear first, and that bear grows to full size.
Yeah.
Alright, he's gonna swipe at 9. Is that very fired?
Yes, it is very fired. So you have advantage on it.
I guess I'll bite at 9 first.
Bite that sword.
Oh my god.
Bears don't want to bite swords.
Alright, I'll swipe at it.
There you go.
16 will
11.
not hit a flying
Whoa.
sword.
Oh no.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. It is, it's a tiny flying sword. It's pretty hard to hit.
Jesus.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
Next idea.
go to-
Stab my sword.
Gillian at the top.
Do you have a spell slot for a shatter spell? Because they're all grouped up on one side of a bear.
Oh, if only.
Yep.
I do not. I have a couple of level 1 spells. Yeah. I have a scroll of hypnotic pattern. Do you think these swords would be distracted?
They do not have eyeballs.
Okay, so have they been susceptible to any attacks so far?
I mean, it looks like they get hit
Weapon
by something
attack,
higher than
but-
16. But
They appear to not have any resistances that you've seen so far, at least mundane ones, but they're just hard to hit.
Actually, I hit it with a 17, so that's, you know.
Is it?
Yeah, because I hit it with a 17.
Exactly. In case you're wondering what a flying sword looks like, something like this.
A lot like a normal sword.
A lot like a normal sword. Hey, this is a picture of a
It's
sword.
flying. Yeah.
Oh no, it's flying. I assure you.
Okay. I don't know. I can't do anything. I'm just gonna have to come up here and bash at them. Doesn't seem to be incredibly effective. Okay, I'll swing at this sword closest to me.
That one is glowing from the fairy fire.
22.
22 will hit. A solid strike. It is still hovering menacingly, but
Well, I'll use my bonus to try my crossbow as well. No.
Mm.
Okay.
You have advantage, yeah. Let's see.
That's right. Try again.
wow, there you go. Some good attack rolls. Alright, your sword did the majority of the damage, but with a crossbow bolt, you managed to put it right between its crossguard, and the sword explodes
That's where the
and
brain's
crashes
at.
to the ground. That's, yeah, I think so. Mr. George.
George slowly saunters through the doors, and as he does, he pulls out his swords simultaneously and says, "Sword, I am a sword's master. You would do best to come with me
If you want to live.
He's the
and
Pied Pipers of Flame.
fulfill your purpose as one of the swords to serve the greatest swords master ever."
I want George to have an army.
Just dance around him.
Do the swords respond?
Give me a
Go.
persuasion check, Mr. George.
A regular persuasion check?
Yes, sir.
Oh, -1.
Oddly enough, they do seem more interested in you than they do the bear in front of them at this point, but you're not sure if that interest is going to serve you well or not.
George takes another step forward. If I ready to action, would that let me use both my hands this next time?
I think you can only ready one action. You can't ready a bonus action or anything in addition to
I
that.
see. I will ready an action. It looks more dramatic that way, I believe.
Overwatch mode.
So yes, he stands in an on guard position with his two swords and says, "Come at me."
Attack the nearest sword that comes at you. Alright. You have to remind me that you're doing that, Mr. Mannix.
Oh, shoot. I actually got further away than I intended.
I fleed too hard.
That's right. 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll stand up. 20. Yeah, I'll stand up. Yeah, I also don't have. I could use Mage Hand, try to just grab one of the swords and hold it like a. They probably don't like that. I will. None of them I lit up anymore, right?
Right. Yeah, they killed the one that was lit
Alright,
up.
well, I will take an off chance on hitting one with my hand crossbow.
The one that's the blue one has been injured.
Okay. It's a good roll for me, but
Yeah.
not enough for this.
Quite not to the flying sword, though.
All right, that's it for me.
Sword time. All right, we're gonna have several swords move their way over to George. Although I believe in flying, they still actually stay engaged with Theron. But Theron, you get one of attack of opportunity off as one of the if you want to use your reaction. As one of the swords does leave you. Wow, nice.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Boy.
All right, one of them tries to get to George and just dies on the way. And George, you're also triggers whenever one gets near you. So you also get an attack.
Can I attack number 8, or did number 1 get there first?
We can say number 1 got there first.
But I get a flanking bonus on number 8. Alright, number 1.
Nah,
Well,
get
it-
anywhere.
You guys are bringing the pain. All right, that one's still up, but it has looks very scratched up and dented. Hard to dictate battle wounds on fucking swords.
Mhm.
All right, one sword is going to attack Gillian. Oh, not so much. We're gonna have 3 against Theron. 1. 6 damage. 2 is a crit. My 3rd crit, I believe, with these swords.
Yep.
For 8 damage. Well, I never rolled that much damage with the crits. I believe that hits a bear.
No,
14.
yeah, normal hits.
8 and 6 is 14, 15, 16, 17 damage.
Stab his haunches.
It gets half his temporary hit points. And then 3 against George. 1.
Hit.
That is a hit. They seem interested in fighting you now as a test of strength for 2 damage.
Miss.
Miss on that one. And 3rd is a miss again. Only 2 damage to George. And we go to Kaless.
Okay. That's my better judgment. This can't go wrong, right?
We're dueling a bunch of swords. Anime fun,
Yeah.
right?
God damn it.
15 will not quite hit a flying sword.
Alright. Well, I'll bonus action. Go back here.
Exit the warehouse to safety.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have all of my insides in one hand.
Yeah, you and Mannix have the same hit points right now. Mr. Bear.
Arr.
42 points of damage so far, so...
Go for number 8.
Mr. Bear needs an awesome, like, AoE roar thing maneuver. It would be so great right here.
Just as like a swiping claw that like hits everybody.
Yeah. Number
You
4,
have
you said?
advantage on number 8.
Yeah.
There you go.
8, 24, 14. Wow, alright, you slash that sword up good. Explodes and falls down. Inert.
Claws are stronger than steel.
Indeed. Some good rolls, damn.
Wow.
Still surrounded by quite a few swords, though. Miss Flounderson.
Okay. I think I just gotta do the same thing. I will bash at the one to my right. And then I
You
will.
have advantage on number 2.
That's true.
Sorry,
That
I
is-
didn't see you there, George.
Too many swords.
Okay, well, then I'll use my bonus action to try my crossbow for number 2. Because then I think we determined I do get the flanking bonus, right?
Ooh, yep, another crit.
Ooh, nice.
Very nice. That's a solid shot. I don't know how you shoot a flying sword with a crossbow bolt, but somehow you pull it off very
Don't worry
effectively.
about it.
Yeah.
Really, I'm a crossbow expert.
It's all in the wrist, you see. Somehow it takes a good chunk of damage from that crossbow bolt. Mr. George.
He's going to aim for number 8.
So number 2 is heavily injured. Number blue 1 is heavily injured. Just to give you an update.
Okay, I'm going to go for number 2 then.
Okay. 3 will hit for terrible damage.
Does that mean it's still up?
Yes.
Okay, second hand then.
15 will hit. There you go. The stealthy maneuver, you slice around and stab that sword, and it's sword back.
And then he's going to do this cool little turn. And aim at number 1.
Action surge.
And then
Look
he's
cool.
going to... Ooh, I don't know about this. I'm going to try it though. I have to look cool. I have to roll an 8.
Oh, yeah.
How big is your dice?
A D8.
Oh my gosh.
Alright. Damn.
Action surge! Did you miss?
That's it.
Mr. Mannix. Swords are
Alright.
falling in front of you.
10, 10.
It's actually hard to tell which ones are up, the way the red
Yeah,
over.
it is hard to tell, but I think 1 and 8 are still up.
I may actually
there.
just start deleting them here. 2 is dead.
3 is dead.
4 is
I can kill
dead.
3.
3 is dead. Is this one?
5, I think, is dead.
Yeah.
5 is dead.
I think the rest are still alive.
Okay, yeah.
Alright, I will take
Half of them left.
advantage. Yep. Take an advantage shot at number 1. Green flame.
That'll hit.
Ooh. That's 18 damage
Wow.
to him, and the green flame will leap, doing 6 damage to the guy to the north of him.
Alright, that one dies in front of you.
Alright. And I don't need to use my disengage action to back out of the room again.
4 swords remain. We'll do 1 on Gillian. 17 will hit for 6 damage. It slashes at you. 2 on Theron Bear. No on that one, and yes on that one. For 5 damage. And 1 on George. A lot easier now that you have multiple people in there tanking. That is a miss on George. Alas.
Okay. 5, 10, 15.
Will hit for sure. And that sword is going to explode.
20.
Blast of shattered
25.
sword pieces.
Shrapnel to everyone.
Yeah, Theron Bear.
Slashing and biting like we did
Yes.
a top.
Despite their high AC, you guys are bringing the pain.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh, I might have just jinxed it.
Yep.
I blame you.
Yep. Gillian.
I guess I will just attack this guy again. Oh, now
Wow.
I hit advantage. Well, I hit advantage. Oh, that was my first roll.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
first roll. It's fine.
Okay, cool. 6. And then my crossbow.
12, not so much though. Crossbow goes wide. It does take a good chunk of damage from the rapier. George, moving up in the world.
Number 7.
Spicy chicken sandwich with
Uh,
fries.
Damn it. Hold on. Another one.
215s. Just gotta roll 2, just don't roll 1.
Nice. 22 will hit. I assume you didn't mean to parry. I think it was the other one.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I meant precision attack.
There you go. That's
So,
9
9
damage.
damage.
Yep, it looks pretty fucked up now for a sword. For a flying sword.
Alright, again. Ah, I give up.
And not so much.
I'm not gonna try it this time.
Mr. Mannix, both number 1 and number 7 are injured swords.
Okay. Well, shit. Oh, I can get up here. Think. Scoot up around Gillian.
Yeah, it'd require 2 to get past Gillian, but I think you've got the movement for it.
I think,
2.
yeah, it'll put me right at there. Hop up on some boxes, walk around.
I love the strategy of you and Gillian, or you and Celeste just constantly popping in and out of this open door warehouse,
Yeah.
like retreating back to safety.
Like, as soon as we know what their like boundaries are,
Yep.
we're just gonna cheese it. All right, let's do the same thing. Flame blade.
Wow, jeez,
Okay, 2 18s.
nail that attack every time.
All right, it's 18 damage to that one,
That one is dead.
and 6 sleeps to number 6. I have, well, I guess I could use my bonus action to dash. I'm actually, I'll move right here. Use my bonus action to dash, and I'll move right.
All right, only 2 swords left. One of them's gonna attack Theron Bear. For not gonna hit, the other one will attack George. Also not gonna hit Celeste.
Okay.
Sword mojo is fading. Fading.
Well, that's 25. Not gonna be able to run away as far this time.
Both these swords are injured too. For 22 damage.
Yes.
That's gonna kill a sword.
And then I'm gonna slump against these boxes and just sit.
Theron Bear. Yeah, you see a number of attractive-looking sea chests, crates full of good things.
Nothing
I
doing.
think-
Nothing doing. Gillian. One sword remains. And yet it is undeterred.
I successfully bash it.
Yeah, you will.
Maybe. Yeah.
You've hit all these attacks. Still up, but it looks pretty damaged.
No.
Turns out crossbow has real trouble hitting those swords.
Yeah, it does. Except for that one time she hit it real good.
Yeah.
George, you have a
Right in the
chance.
brain.
George is muted.
Uh-oh. George, come back.
George! Everyone just start yelling George.
Jesus.
Oh, Jesus.
He rolls 2 19s.
Silently.
All right, George. You destroy the last sword. As you do, the area finally remains quiet and, more importantly, sword-free.
Sword free. All right, bud. Was that the only trap you were aware of?
I wasn't aware there was any traps. I just knew the captains had some kind of safety measure to keep anybody else out.
Which, by the way, it was noted in your record that you did not come to help.
I presumed you disarmed him.
You should come in with fists flying.
Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not going
Making
there.
her way down there. Yeah, she's done with this guy now. Now she's going to kill him.
Oh God, please. Please don't let this lady kill me.
I'm not looking. I walked into this other room.
You all can ransack this warehouse, which seems to include
Yeah.
the entire bounty of these collective pirates over their career of pirating. So you all spend...
Let's
Gotta be some
do
good
that.
shit in here.
do what?
There's gotta be some good shit in here.
So...
2 Twizzlers and a Mars bar.
2 Mars bars! Well, one of them's half eaten. You find a treasure trove by sorting through all the different crates and barrels, which takes some time. 6,400 copper,
There we go.
2,500 silver, 300 gold, 60 platinum, 10 gold bracelets,
Ooh.
Let's each wear 2 gold bracelets.
an electrum
That'll be our team.
an electrum goblet, and you find 2 corked wooden tubes that contain spell scrolls.
Oh.
And you find a scroll of hold person and a scroll of sleet storm.
One of those sounds like a druid spell. Let's look at them.
Sleet storm is druid and wizard,
Oh, okay. So what is whole person?
and hold person is bard, cleric, druid, sorcerer, warlock, wizard.
Wow.
Pretty much anybody can use
Wow,
hold
okay.
person.
Well, I would very much like that hold person scroll. It's like something I could use.
You're not a wizard.
I am a wizard. Oh.
Also, we forgot to identify the cape, Lascalar's cape, when you all short rested.
Right.
Which is a nice red cape. It is the cape of the Mountebank. The cape smells faintly of brimstone. While wearing it, you can use it to cast the Dimension Door spell as an action once per day.
Oh.
Which...
Nice.
Yeah. Remember the exact... Get some limitations, but you teleport yourself. It's a range of 500 feet.
It's just like a teleport.
It's
Okay.
an instantaneous
It's just
teleport to 500 feet. It's a place you can see, one you can visualize, or one you can describe by stating distance and direction, such as 200 feet straight downward or upward to the northwest at a 45-degree angle, 300 feet.
All right.
Oh, it does say you
45
can
degrees,
bring...
You say?
Sorry, what?
45 degrees, you say?
Yeah. It does say you can also bring one willing creature of your size or smaller.
So the captain was just an asshole.
Yeah, the DM missed that part of the spell.
Well, you could just flavor it as a character.
Yeah, I guess it was an asshole, sure.
Left his people to die.
Although you can't teleport into somebody, or you take 46 force damage when you try to teleport.
Do they take 46?
No, you. It's the opposite of the telefrag. It's the exact opposite. Instead, you take the damage and don't teleport. I know, that'd be pretty cool. You could just explode people. Just appear in a puddle of their viscera.
I can take the damage. Alright, and how many times can you use it?
You can use it once per day. It does take an action to use it. It's a fancy red cloak that smells of brimstone. It's the Nightcrawler Bamf.
I did fish it out of the guy, but I don't know what's fair.
Who doesn't have much magical stuff yet? I don't know how we've divvied up the magic items thus far. I've
For
got
some
a
reason
few
it
things.
does not require attunement either.
Oh.
I'm fine with you having it.
I'm gonna wear it for now.
It's
George
Raymond's now.
George puts it on. What?
Forever.
Yeah.
For now, until
For
someone
now.
comes and fights me for it.
We'll forget about it next week.
Someone fishes it out of my body. Yeah, so essentially you have the Dimension Door spell. You can just cast as an action once per day. As long as you're wearing that.
I also wasn't joking. We're all gonna wear one gold bracelet on each wrist, and then it's gonna be our team trademark. It's gonna be our uniform from now on.
Gold.
Gold bracelets
What's your team name
that are,
then?
that are apparently fairly common, so they got 10 identical ones in your house.
I didn't say they were identical.
Well,
It's just 10 gold
Really?
bracelets.
that's even better for just non-matching. Everybody's got a different set of gold bracelets.
I'm the enforcer. I've got these bracelets.
That's right.
I'm the accountant. Mine has
I'm
extra
the
filigree.
janitor.
Yeah. The pirate says, "All right, he's got everything we got here. The cove has been cleared out."
There's one thing you got here that we have not claimed yet.
Your life.
Oh no!
I totally gonna kill that guy.
Your innocence. Come with me.
Oh no!
What?
Please don't.
Wow, man.
No. You gotta.
I think
You're
you'll be
a
more
man.
innocent than me, there, Mr. Mannix.
Probably. I wouldn't know what to do with you.
No, you wouldn't.
You
No
got
man
you
ever
got
has.
you got a man here behind bars.
Oh yeah.
You're just gonna sail off without mentioning that guy.
Yeah. Just trying to save my own skin.
How do we get to his jail cell? From what I gather of this place, somewhere to the west of us, but couldn't figure out how to get there.
You just take a boat over there, Mr. Mannix.
No. Pirates are stupid.
You know how to row, don't you?
Not well. We've actually established this. None of us know how to row well.
That's true.
All right. Well, let's go get your prisoner, and then burn this place to the ground, and then we'll be off.
Yep, so you are able to get on one of these old dinghy boats and sail your way up to Roka. Says, "Hey! Good to see you all. It was a lot of blood on that ship.
A lot more blood inside.
Yeah, I imagine so. There's a lot of pirates here. You folks look like you leveled up last time I saw you."
I continue to hold my insides in one of my hands.
Yeah. Not looking so
I'm-
good.
I'm gonna stumble off if we're back on the boat and find a bed and lay down.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to sleep.
Well,
Goodbye.
Roka, yeah. Well, we found these pirates. That we got your message. Appreciate that.
I appreciate you coming here and eventually rescuing me.
Yeah, we got to it. I assumed there was going to be a door to your cell that we stupid pirates wrote everywhere.
Well, I was hoping that we could come to an arrangement with these pirates and bring them over, bring them under the a better organization and leadership, and not kill them all. It's more of a blunt tool than I think we would have liked. Not that I want to look a gift horse in the mouth or anything.
Well, that was the initial idea, is to make some deal with them. Lascalar proved to be unreceptive.
I see.
Or more like, all our shiny things were just too much of a temptation.
I see you managed to, I can't help but notice you're just bulging with all these sacks of gold and the bracelets and everything. I see you've looted all of the pirates' extensive treasures then.
Yep, that was the payment we were offered from Lianzaru
So
for
will
dealing with his pirate threats.
will you be taking this ship back to the city then?
Maybe eventually. We got other places we gotta go first. There was another ship that was here a little bit ago. Did you see it sailing off? Did they look like they were gonna wait for us?
We told them to go back into the bay, though.
I think so, but I just, they just took off. I don't know if we're gonna see them again.
You mean that ship full of pirates? Yeah, I
that
don't
one.
think they were going to stick around. But maybe they'd also be afraid of you, so...
Yeah. Well, we didn't leave that many left alive on that ship.
Ah,
As it is, we only got 3 pirates that we turned here. Which, by the way, those guys are... It's your payment to us for rescuing. You keep an eye on those 3 pirates we turn. Make sure they stay in line and don't,
when you say
put our throats in
turn,
sleep. Well, we
They're
spare
more
their
afraid
lives.
of me than they are of anything.
That's right.
I see.
Maybe you can do your magic and turn them to your side. Just make sure they follow our orders and
They
operate
threw
the
me
ship.
in a jail cell, but
Well,
yeah,
the situation's changed. There's a giant bear over there.
sure is.
So I'm guessing they'd be far more receptive to, persuasion on your end. Just make sure they don't kill us in our sleep, okay?
Do any of you know how to sail this ship?
That's why we left 3 pirates alive. And you.
No, it's all right. I've got some experience with this. I can at least get us out of this cove. And where are we going exactly?
Right across this bay, there's a temple ship calling.
All right. I guess we're off then. You guys also found in that warehouse, in a locked box that you were able to open, a sending stone that you recognize as the paired stone from the one that you found from Fort Belwarian.
Now that we've actually heard all the pirate captains speak, which one was the one that we actually talked to?
You recognized the voice of Alsariak.
That was the middle one, right?
The second one, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But you found it in the
He's
warehouse,
really
and you,
impressed.
yeah, before it was on him, so they must have put it back here and locked it away or something, is what you can presume.
As far as you know, Roker, was their deal with the Flaming Fist still good? Presumably the Sending Stone was their way of communicating with them, and it was in the
Yeah,
warehouse.
as far as we know, yeah, it was still good, but I think one of the pirate captains was a brute of a man, was chafing at being under their rule. So there was some internal strife about if they wanted to keep it on. And obviously with it being the Sending Stone being compromised, that was causing some further division. See, this is the kind of information I was trying to figure out and get intel on, but...
No, it doesn't matter. Now they're all gone.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad you folks showed up when you did.
Can we let the pirates... Well, no. Is this ship equipped with ballistas?
It's essentially the same ship as the others, so yeah. It doesn't look it because
Okay.
I use a different token, but...
Just for fun, before we leave, let's light a bunch of ballistas on fire and shoot them.
Light the bolts on fire, I take it?
Yeah, right. Let's light the ship on fire. And crash it.
We don't need these ballistas. Yeah, you can get some flaming arrows and shoot them into the various structures until they start licking up flames.
Make sure this isn't usable by anybody else in the future.
The pirates all look very sad and upset about this. Oh.
Why are we burning this place down?
Because pirates? We don't like them?
Because pirates.
Really? Is that really the reason?
I don't know.
No one can know of our crimes here.
George sees some darkness overcoming man.
Burn it all! Burn it all to the ground.
He may have lost one too many limbs to
That's right. He's
To
getting
be the-
bitter.
to be the same person he used to be.
Alright, so with that, you are able to exit the cove and make your way across the bay towards a...
We're all watching in horror as Manic, all by himself, lights the bolt, loads the bolt,
Only one doing it?
aims
Yeah.
it, fires it,
Anybody in? No one's helping me?
with this maniacal look in his eyes.
Really
It's
painting
gonna
a
be
dark
great,
picture.
guys. The whole
Or-
thing's on fire.
Alright, thank you to Chris, Heather, Rochelle, Raymond, and Reese for playing. Thank you to everyone for watching. Go to roguewatson.com for recaps. Patreon.com/roguewatson if you'd like to support the channel. Live streaming our D&D adventures every week, and we will see you next time. Probably on Thursday. Do we go next Thursday? Can y'all do Thursday next week? We should probably discuss that. I can't do Friday.
Sure.
I think we can do Thursday. Although,
Bye.
Bye.
I believe next Thursday is actually the 4th of July.
No,
Right?
it's not.
Not yet.
No.
Incorrect.
Oh, not
sir.
yet. I'm a week behind.
It's only the 20th right now.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. I'm a week behind.
Time flies.
Thursday after
Not that
that.
fast.